Dear folks, we're continuing Civ 7 Live on VB with Riding Bull and with Matsuman. No, Matsumanix. Matsumanix.
Hi everyone, greetings to you all.
Yes. It looks a bit better now. We all had to breathe heavily and or hold our breath, or even do both at the same time in some way that I can't medically explain when war was declared on us. But by now we've had relatively few losses. So everything's fine. Greetings again to Mexaxitas in the chat who wrote something very nice. Once again, a big thank you to you. So it actually looks pretty good. Matze, did you keep count of how many units we lost? None up here?
Not a single unit. Yes, we didn't lose any units and the opponent lost 25 units at least.
You think we didn't lose any?
No, we actually lost at least one unit.
But we can...
We can't say it like that.
Oh, I see. We lost one up here at the front. Chat also says one. That's exactly right. So we can stand by that, Matze.
You think so? I would have rather said pumped up, guys. This one doesn't count.
One doesn't count, but we also want to honor the memory of this sacrifice that was made for us. Yes. We will build the monument to the unknown soldier right here, I believe it was on this spot, on the grounds here in the next era. A new world wonder that was introduced for 7 update chests of time, and that only exists if you have a Writing Bull community voucher code. You can reveal the code name in chat, you just have to write it in the chat. Exclamation mark, I think, like with everything else, and then the name of the code will be shown to you. Until then, let's move on to the next round. Yeah, I barely survived it myself. It's unbelievable.
It matters less who we want to be and more what we can do for each other.
Thanks to Renee and to the oracles, maybe Andy, who made time for us. Look, correctness, more combat strength for our wall. Thank you. Both of those are nonsense, don't you think, Quachmatza? We'll keep the culture, but what use is tool production at this stage?
We kept it in due to a lack of better alternatives. I would also throw it out and put in the city guard.
Alright, let's fight our way through. From northeast to northwest on the map. The one up front tried to escape. We're pursuing. Move ahead. Move ahead again. Yeah, great. Now the situation looks much better. I was really worried about the crabs. It already looks a bit better. Then down here we have tropical wood. Everything is fine there. Here comes the settler, Matze. Look.
That looks like practice targets for our archer.
Yes. Is that politically correct?
Of course.
That's a military unit disguised as a settler. They want to take advantage of our peacefulness and kindness. It disguises itself as a civilian. There was just someone completely different. We wanted to go up there and help them. And now you can kill someone here in the blink of an eye. First of all, up here we have our commander. That kills the leader first. He'll come back eventually. But then he's gone for now. So then we have this guy up front. We'll get him with this one. Then we have a bunch of units here. One from here. Just like that. Yeah, so we really completely repelled the attack. We can also take out more of them up front. Now we're moving forward. Let's approach from the river. I don't know if it was a good idea, but I did it. I'm in a blood frenzy. Follow me, the enemy is up ahead. Attack! Matze, I always find that kind of thing so exciting that I even have blood under my fingernails to match the atmosphere in the game. Because I always bite my fingernails down during the breaks between the individual YouTube episodes. Out of excitement. And when I come back, during the breaks, I always have blood on my little hands. But only during wartime, of course.
That's great, and next time you'll just show us where the blood comes from instead of telling us.
Very good idea.
Even more brutal.
Exactly, that's my masculine way of cosplaying. That's boomer cosplay. So, and with this commander here, I'm already in a full blood frenzy again. I didn't get dragged down. But he could calm down for once. Done. Our settler is running away. Our scout is fleeing. And we want to capture Kushana, right?
Absolutely.
Before the 80% mark?
Exactly. If possible, have a commander nearby so he can gain experience points too.
When we then very good plan.
Disband the little village.
How bloodthirsty are you feeling right now on a scale from 100 to 120, Matze?
130.
Wow. Cool. Now I'll go ahead with all the other troops. First those and then up there. Let's see if we make it on time. We're already getting there. One more turn.
We could also give up influence again now, even strengthen ourselves further when it comes to war weariness. But I wonder if we even need that because we've already repelled all the units. We could balance it out a bit since Cleopatra, well, I always say Cleopatra, but Hatshepsut is giving us a penalty to happiness. Or we could say let's consider it for these 4 turns too. And we save the influence maybe for another city-state or for other unforeseen situations.
You have to say we only have 14 plus 14 influence per turn? That's incredibly little for a normal game. So we can also say, in an emergency, if you can't spend it, just take it with you into the next era. And then rush a few city-states. One more turn. So we've built everything. We even built the garden, Matze. I wasn't even paying attention anymore. Times of war.
Yeah.
What would you build, Mr. Matsuman? The leaders are waiting for that, and they've been waiting a very long time. We don't need any more units. The settler is here and can't be used. Leader or villa? Bad and also too long.
Yes. I'm actually in favor of the villa because of the influence. I think that resource is way too rare.
Indeed. How much does it give in the next age then? That's coming up soon.
It still gives 3 happiness, 3 influence, but the adjacency bonus is missing there.
Okay.
So this influence happiness, if we build it next to a mountain...
Still good? Yes. Where to? Up here? Man, Matze, take a look at this.
That tile's full.
We'll do it right away, okay?
Yeah, we'll take it with us.
Low satisfaction, where exactly? Really? The citizens are dissatisfied. -1. That's because so much is wrong, right?
Yeah, the barbarians really did a number here, but thank God they're pulling back now. That means we can eventually start making repairs here again.
Do we really want to do that, knowing everything will be automatically repaired when the era changes? And with plus 25 gold per turn?
That's a valid question indeed.
Sure, the people on site answer the question differently than we do. They say, of course we need it, or maybe not anymore. So the -1 satisfaction, that's not really a big deal at first, right?
No, that's not bad.
If I have -1 satisfaction, every morning when I wake up, no one comes by and builds me a happiness building. Where should I put the spear? I could imagine that we place it here and observe the Olmecs a bit, otherwise I don't really know what else.
I think it's pretty well placed in the jungle and can keep an eye on them from there so we know how strong they are if they ever start building units.
Please heal, Settler. Please heal. Please heal. So now comes the attack on Kushana. Have you already pulled up here? Not yet. Let's make the system and return to systematic find down. I think they're afraid of us. Once a rapper, once healing, twice healing. We got all the units through. Who would have thought? Are we even sending him up anymore? I don't think they're going to send another unit after him. I think they're really having problems with barbarians down here themselves. Everything else, at least, I find extremely likely. To take a look into the crystal ball.
At least they have invested in their own willingness to continue the war, saying, okay, we still believe in ourselves, and have spent influence for that. Yes, but we also don't know, we haven't revealed the map around the Abbasids yet. Whether they really have barbarian villages there, or whether they aren't affected by the crisis at all, because it was so interlocked that no foreign chieftains could settle there who are now causing us so much trouble.
I'll just leave these two here. That's too risky for me. 2 units that can defend stuff like that on their own. By the time we get up there, it'll all be over anyway. Now we wanted to attack from here to the left, right here. This will go really fast now. We'll grab our leader. He'll pull him up to here. Fire once. This way around. 1 unit over here. How was that again? Again, does the commander have to stand on this to resolve it? No, some other military instruction. Look, Matze. Yes. That goes so fast.
Thank God. We can also reveal it right away.
Oh. Or give a lot of XP if the leader is standing next to it. I bet yes.
Definitely. He doesn't even have to stand right next to it anymore. It's enough if he's just a bit within range. Do you think that's enough? Yes.
I'll save once with F5. Then word in God's ear. Then word into the ears of the chat. Let's go to Dissolve Independence. Let's see if there's XP up here. Matze is absolutely right. Matze. The total Civ Surf 7 expert. Matze is here for situations like this. Respect, respect. 25 XP. This is essentially the Order of St. Matzeman that we're getting. And a point. Should we go down here?
I find this very exciting because the siege units don't really do us any good, but we can speculate that we'll get a promotion from it. Then we've reached the very bottom, and then we can choose one of the recommended options, which are all pretty cool in their own way, exactly. But we would be giving up a short-term bonus for that, yes.
I think that's okay. Because down there are, I think this one is cool. Ground units within the command radius are faster. And they're hardly any stronger. Those are two that I think are really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, then let's invest in that direction.
So now we've already cleared a village. Are there triumph points too? You don't know by heart, do you?
Yes, there are. Yes, we can take a look at the triumphs since we've uncovered the crisis by now. That means we've even unlocked unique triumphs that we can get now because of the crisis. And I mean, there's a theme somewhere about dissolving a certain number of villages.
Is there a search filter for that? There isn't, right? Have you seen it?
There's a filter in the top right. You can display all sorts of things there, and crisis would be the right one for us.
It dissolves 6 independent powers. We're a bit far from that.
But we still have 2 levels which will reappear if necessary, so it's not that impossible to achieve. We already have 2. 3 is coming soon.
2 on 1 level here. Oh, those are these potatoes, these little pieces of cake here.
Yes, exactly.
I'm a potato fan.
I can tell.
Well, have I ever eaten a potato cake in my life? That would be perfect. When will we be able to see at a glance which triumphs we've already achieved? When and where?
So we haven't seen any triumphs yet, achieved any, but that would be the right filter.
That's frustrating, so I'll move on quickly, okay?
Yeah.
Do you consciously aim for certain triumphs, or do you just take things as they come? Is it good?
Right now, I'm in a phase where I don't play on the higher difficulty levels, but instead try to play as immersively as possible without aiming for a specific victory condition, without looking at the tech trees and saying, hey, what's the most strategic way to research right now, but just trying to live in the moment and say, this is what my civilization would do right now. How nice. And that's why I totally ignore the triumphs and just take them when they're there, of course. But thankfully, I don't have them all memorized, because then I'd feel like I have to do a certain action just to get the triumph.
How romantic. That's the phase I'm in myself. I'll ask the people in my chat and on YouTube, should we do one of our next Let's Plays like this too? Then we would drastically lower the difficulty, turn off our brains, turn on our hearts, and just tell ourselves we're only experiencing a role-playing game. We pick a leader, a female leader, and a realm, and with a certain idea, we discuss that beforehand, before the game actually takes place. We develop our character down to every detail, so to speak. And then we say, we stick to this character that we develop together, which fits the historical figure, plus 2 or 3 things that we come up with ourselves, and we stick to that throughout. Do you find that exciting? Do you find that exciting, Matze?
Yeah, actually, I talked with the chat, I think last time, a bit about the different play styles there are and which direction I'm heading in right now. And yeah, so I actually see in the chat that there's quite a bit of agreement that you can do it that way.
So we'll move all the choices up, since we still want to resolve them.
We can also just take our commander along with the units, then we'll get up there super fast. I have to say, like WB, I'm actually very confident. Much more confident than I was 6 turns ago.
Overall, regarding the general situation here.
Yeah, with the crisis and the barbarians and the attacks from the north and the south, that was really tough, I have to say.
Let's uncover a bit of terrain. A chariot. Chariot. How nice that they don't have ships. No warships. They only have sacrificial ships, right? Here, a month.
Should we take the opportunity? We're actually pulling back with our spear right now, but we just said, man, influence, it's not so urgent to invest in the war right now. Of course, we could approach Isabella and, for a small influence bonus, buy ourselves free passage through her realm so we can uncover more of the map. Good.
Good idea. Open borders once, spend 25 influence. Next turn. Let's see, Northbowman is asking in chat if you want to start flipping a city-state now. At this late stage of the game, I would strongly advise against it because it won't carry over into the next era. Yes. Yes. We wanted... Right, march towards the Olmecs. Just up here to the front. You rightly pointed out to me that we can use the taxi. I'll load him in here. We'll load him in once. We'll load him in. And Korn can load in one more. This one here. And if they have the units with them, they'll move faster too. Conveniently. We still have a bonus, we do, yes.
Yes. I think we even gave him a promotion so that he can move around even faster. And we didn't just focus on combat, but said, hey, logistics is important too. We want to be very flexible.
24 citizens in Cusco. We should slowly start thinking about whether it still makes sense in this era to create another city from a settlement. Also, whether it's even possible, whether we have enough money for that. And if so, whether it makes sense. So, making sense would mean that we believe we can still build buildings in the remaining time that we want to take with us into the next era. That's difficult, Matze. I mean, with only plus 25 gold. Normally that would be the standard strategy to convert 2 more settlements, let's say, into cities. Let's wait and see, but for now.
So what I can imagine is that we might set the settlement focus again. Maybe for one or another settlement there's a focus where you can also buy buildings there. We tend to still have some of those now and in the near future. And it's less expensive than building a city, where we would also have to start construction again. That all takes time. I think we could do better with the community photos.
Community focus?
Yes. So, for example, we could pick out the city area if we had some cool spots in our eastern city where we could also build science and culture buildings. But also with the update, you see it, or you all see it with many of the other town focuses, you can now also buy buildings.
Focuses? It's Focusion focuses, right? No.
Focusion, yes, thank you. So we can buy buildings both in our fortress city, we can do it at the trading outpost, we can do it in the city area. So I think that's very nice because that wasn't the case before. And not just the first tier ones anymore, but also others, which is why they've been significantly upgraded now with the Test of Time update.
Okay, let's move it into the city area now. Oh, we should do that with them, of course, Matze. With the ones where we should do that in Wet Feet.
Exactly. We should do it where the ones we might want to turn into cities, and where we can also get good neighborhood bonuses if possible so that it pays off quickly. So, for example, that we have resources for science or are close to mountains for culture.
We're still waiting, because in Narsifusa there aren't enough inhabitants yet. We didn't even want to make the other cities. Heading upwards. tell me, if you only manage to get parts of these cake pieces, these potato cake pieces, do you still get a reward?
No, it's all or nothing.
That means it's just a little visual aid now.
Yes, exactly.
Can we still solve 4 more? Aufgelöst. 1, 2, 3.
And more will appear at the next crisis level again, so I don't have any doubts. I'm actually optimistic about that.
I'd bet that here, where we destroyed them, new ones will spawn again later. We'll pull them up first, and the group will destroy them up here. That's the leader. He's moving ahead. We'll go ahead with them as well. Let's move a little faster. I'm still in a reflective mood from the war we just had. And I'm just in slow mode right now. That's kind of nonsense now. Thanks. Oh, I thought I had already attacked that one. Was that a different unit?
That was a chariot. It's gone now somehow.
That's it. We're chasing it. That was a chariot, which reveals terrain. That's why I wanted to go there. One more turn. I'm going to do some quick clicking in the last stretch. Matze.
Absolutely.
Yes, in the front. He wants to escape. Attack, please. Slaughter the horses in the water. And then we'll have wet feet up front. We can get ourselves some silk. We can get ourselves some silk. Yeah, why not? Silk gives 10 more culture than a city resource. Doesn't matter now. It'll be cool later.
Yeah, let's take it.
If we do these up front, then we're also kind of claiming a bit. And right now, they're giving us 1 gold, 1 happiness. Let's see if that should be worth it by now. Up here. Before 25 culture, now 27. Wow, wow. Warehouse, that brings... Did we build a warehouse somewhere? Always check. 48 food here. Now 51. Minus 6 gold. And now? Minus 5, that's not working. The jade gets moved back over again.
By the way, you can see the number of warehouse buildings in the cities. That's the house symbol next to Cusco with the 3. There you can see directly that there are 3 warehouses.
Sure. Now the settlement focus is available in Wet Feet, and we're investing in urban science and culture for districts in this settlement. Let's see what we can build. We can buy. We can only buy, exactly. At the Cattle Theatre, 720 gold. He has it, yes, plus 24 gold. I think that was wishful thinking, wasn't it?
Where is everything so expensive?
Unfortunately, the bonus doesn't help us at all. I just praised you earlier. I take it all back. We should have kept the settlement focus. Shame on Matze, wrong advisor.
You can switch back to growth if you want. That's not a problem.
Now I feel more comfortable. That looks a bit long then. And now? Having a few troops up front here can't hurt. As a base? He's doing well, yeah.
The country always cares about the people. The country lets the people live properly. The country takes care of us. It takes care of the people.
A new natural wonder. Magic Meister, hey, thank you very much. First subscription ever. Some flowers in the chat. Please, for our Magic Meister who is joining our Twitch community here. Welcome. Our Civ community as well. Best regards. Your little flowers, yes. Like that, yes. Yeah, we could just add one on top. There are two here again. We keep healing. We just keep healing. We pretend we didn't see them. Why did he wake up again? He was probably healed. One turn later. And with the archer here, they want to catch the armor cannon. At a crazy fast pace. Great. One. We fought and destroyed a chariot. Oh, look, Matze, there aren't any islands here. This is coastline.
Nice. How exciting. There's plenty of space. Wow.
And we've spared them the whole time, when we were toweringly superior.
That's a huge peninsula, or almost its own continent.
If I see that correctly. So shouldn't we maybe grab one more settlement in the final stretch? But first, we need to know more about the map. And that's probably a bit cocky to say, right? Because barbarians keep showing up all the time. And he, Batuta, will also have problems with barbarians in his hinterland. And here we get a feel for everything. I think we can manage one more round. So, a peace offer. Would you give anything for it? Nope. Fine. Cool. The only question is which settlement. I'll remove us both, Matze. You can see the citizen count here. Damascus 8 citizens. He won't do that. Sabit 14. Of course, he doesn't want to do that either. We still have 8 and 5 left. He doesn't want the 8-point Damascus 1 or the smallest 5C. Now the question is, did we reveal that? Should we just try our luck and get Cairo? Is that one of the settlements we revealed, Matze?
I don't think so. The annoying thing is we can't close this window without leaving the trade. Stupid. That doesn't work yet. But it's one of the worst fates that happened in my experience. It's not a problem at all if we propose peace from our side, and then we'll make the same deals. Yeah, good idea.
But of course now...
It's hard to say. The settlement is this one, and it looks good.
So this is Damascus, this is Frustrat. That means he must have another settlement somewhere down here, far away from everything, one we don't know anything about. I would leave it, Matze. That's kind of...
before we get stuck with junk, which also counts toward our settlement limit, where we can't really...
Matza is frozen. Now you can be seen again. And you can be heard too. Did you guys, just a moment.
Did you guys...
Still hear me? Yeah, you froze for a moment and went silent. Your internet is getting weak. We'll finish this round, Matza. After that, your internet can rest. We want to attack the Olmecs. Let's move ahead quickly. But we definitely agree. Over here. Then we'll unload the archers. You can fire over here once. Yes, once over here. One-time archers. On that. Then let's tell this one to fire with all archers, please. At that... Great. Then we need a few more troops. We still had spearmen inside. Oh, now the spearmen can't get out anymore. Then we'll do that next round. Next round we'll get them. It says in the chat to bring the settler along. That's a good tip. Light the fuse a bit, please? Yes, yes. So in the chat, Max Crane just suggested that maybe we should just loot something. Should we loot, or should we massacre units, or should we massacre naval units? Isn't that the most fun too?
That's when the bloodlust shows.
It does. Come on, let's just let him keep walking around. Then we're up here. We can do a bit more exploring. And in the next stream with Civ 7, Crisis Era. We still need to destroy as many of these small settlements as possible. We've destroyed 2. We want to destroy 6. New ones will still spawn twice. Maybe send a scout over here and try to uncover something here. Maybe conquer a big capital after all. But realistically, we're probably completely busy dealing with the barbarians. Pushing them away in the short intervals in which new barbarian villages keep spawning here. This isn't necessarily a Crisis Age variant that encourages you to wage offensive wars at the end of an era. Probably not.